Mic check 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, lovely cup of coffee. Just brewed it with this interesting bag. These beans are from a brand called Onion from South Korea. This is an onion shape. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Tatsuki. If you're new here, I am a videographer and photographer. I'm based here in Sydney and I travel to Japan quite often. And over the last couple of months, I've actually been in Japan, traveling through Tokyo down towards very South Japan. And while I was traveling, I had the opportunity to work with one of my dream brands as well as a bunch of creative people. So in this video, I want to discuss those creative projects in Japan. So I love coffee. I think that's pretty obvious. And this time while traveling in Japan, I had the opportunity to work with one of my dream brands, Bluebottle Coffee. You may have heard of Bluebottle Coffee before. They originated in San Francisco. They came to Japan, they opened up a bunch of shops, and it really captured the Japanese audience's attention. Being able to work with them is actually a dream come true. And yeah, I'm so grateful that that video is out now. Essentially what I created for them was a vlog that captures the Bluebottle coffee shops in Kyoto and highlights their Kyoto studio experience. The studio experience is essentially a coffee taster course. You're seated in a beautiful room that only accommodates up to 5 people. You get an elevated view of the Japanese traditional townhouse that the cafe is built in. And throughout the course, you try some very rare coffee beans that are brewed in traditional ways that are paired with food. So the video I made in a vlog format highlights that as well as Kyoto's surroundings, creating an atmosphere of the whole city and yeah, just portraying the beauty of coffee, Kyoto and Bluebottle. I shot this entire video with my friend Ryan. So we had 2 cameras, which were both A7C2s. I wanted to make sure we had a variety of lenses, so we had the 16mm, 24mm, and we had a 24 to 70mm as well. On a shoot like this, I like to have a variety of lenses because it just offers a different perspective. You never know what you're going to need in the final edit, so it's great to just have the option. As for microphones, I used a lav mic because I knew I wasn't going to be next to the camera the whole time, so just ensuring that I had not only consistent audio, but audio that I could record into the microphone itself, just in case the transmitter doesn't capture it properly. I will then have a backup of the audio, which is essential for the video. Now the gear, it's out of the way. Let's talk about the creative direction of the video. Apart from the key dialogue points that I wanted to make, all of the B-roll shots, we needed to nail that just to make sure that the story would glue together and be cohesive. So with the variety of lenses that we had, it was a great idea to capture some environmental scenes, both really close up, detailed shots of shops, leaves, running water, and then also some interactive shots of myself moving through the scenes or touching objects and just really interacting with the scene. This is definitely one of the bigger projects that I work on, and when there's that much footage, it can be quite like, it can be hard to get stuck into that edit. So here are a couple of editing tips when it comes to a project like this. Firstly, organize your files. I categorized the footage by the day, the different moments of each day, and then I split that into each different camera as well. This is just going to make it a lot easier to navigate your files once you start editing and realize, oh, I need that file from this day. This will make your life simpler. Secondly, I needed to find the right music. Honestly, this is the first thing I do for every single project. It creates the vibe. To make sure that the video is not boring, I like to mix up the pacing of the music, so I've got some slow tracks as well as some faster tempo tracks as well. Thirdly, I color coordinate all my clips. While editing, this is just going to make your life easier. I create a video spine using all of the A-roll, the dialogue clips that I need, mix in the music at the right place, sprinkle on top the B-roll, and that should glue the video together. And from there, it's just the process of back and forth, fixing up little details and just polishing up your video project. When it comes to bigger video projects, this is how I usually deal with it. I think being methodical and just working step by step is definitely the way to not go insane while dealing with so many gigabytes worth of footage. But yeah, the video is awesome, so go check that out. Now, as I mentioned, music is the glue to putting these videos together, and it's never been easier to find the right music with today's sponsor of the video, Epidemic Sound. I have been using Epidemic Sound to find the right music for my channel ever since I started creating YouTube videos. Finding the right song, it honestly has never been easier. Epidemic Sound, they have over 50,000 different soundtracks. So with a simple search of soft jazz, I found the right track for my Blue Bottle video. And like I previously mentioned, to have a cohesive feeling, a similar vibe throughout the tracks, on Epidemic Sound there's a find similar tool, and this is so useful to find tracks that have a similar vibe to the one that you just selected. I try to find a handful of different songs before I start my video project, so this is a necessity. Now once I've started to glue the project all together with the music, the next step to really decorate and finesse the video is with the sound effects. I think sound effects are just as important as the music. Street ambient sounds, running river noises, and the breeze in the leaves of a tree. No problem, because Epidemic Sound, they've got over 200,000 different sound effects for you to find the right fit. Finding the right audio track, it has never been easier with Epidemic Sound. So if you guys are interested in any of the things that I just mentioned, you can check them out for a free trial with the link in my description. And yeah, thank you Epidemic Sound. Now we're going to be talking about a photo project that I did. You may or may not know this, but photography was one of my first introductions into cameras and is what got me on this whole content creator journey. Portrait photography, I think, covers a lot of my interests, such as fashion, storytelling, and then overall just using cameras. And I've recently been using a camera called the Mamiya RZ67. This is one big camera, and I brought it all the way to Japan, so I wanted to talk about some of the photos that I took with my hairstylist, Kai-san.
おはようございます。カイさんの写真を撮ります。
そうです。
そうです。
はい。
そう。
いや、楽しみですね。
久しぶりに写真撮るから、ちょっとどうなるかわかんないけど、チルで撮ってます。まあ、こういう感じでいけると思う。
Honestly, it had been a long time since taking portraits when I did that photo shoot with Kai-san, so I was a little bit rusty, but I definitely warmed straight back into it, and it was very fun once we got started. We shot at his hair salon in Tokyo. My setup, it was super minimal. I was just shooting with a hot shoe flash attached to the side of the camera. I like this setup because it's very simple, it packs a punch, and I kind of like that harsh flash look that you get out of these hot shoe flashes. They're not that diffused, and it's quite harsh. Okay, let me just pull them up right here. I have this Fuji Instax back that attaches to my camera, and I can just shoot instant film pictures with it, which I think is a great warm-up not only for myself, but also for the person in front of the lens. We took it from there. I love some of these instant film pictures that we took, but the show stoppers are definitely on the main film camera. This side profile shot of Kai-san I really like. I think it complements well with the horizontal shot where his arms are crossed. These two photos together really show his character, his tattoos, his colorful style. You can kind of get to understand who Kai-san is from just the photos by itself, which I think is a great part of photography. I mixed these staged portraits of him with some photos of him interacting with his environment, with his scissors, some of the hair care products on a shelf. And I also got him to do a fake haircut with my friend Peace, who actually filmed all the BTS for this, so thank you Peace, arigato. As this is not a professional shoot and more of a hobby, I think enjoying yourself, having fun with the whole photography process is just worth it in itself.
ありがとうございます。
どうぞ。こんなに近くで撮っても。
古着ハンターなんで。お疲れです。
I get this question a lot about how I don't burn out, and I think it's pretty simple. It's just if you're not enjoying what you're doing, just pivot, try something else, similar field, doesn't have to be completely different. I just switched from a photo camera to a video camera and tried taking still videos, which are essentially photos but on a video, and this format, it really allowed me to enjoy a different aspect of photography. It's not really photography, it's all storytelling at the end of the day, and switching from photos to videos allowed me to feel a different spark, a joy again with this content creation. And in a roundabout way, my photography has returned to being my hobby again, which makes it really fun because now I get to do shoots like this with my friends, with other people, and now I can offer this service as part of a package deal if I'm taking on jobs, but I don't have to. I can just enjoy myself with taking photos again, and that has been really fun. Essentially, if you're bored or feeling burnout in whatever you're doing, I think it is smart to branch out and try something new, something fresh, and see a new perspective on things. Now, while traveling in Japan, I had a week set aside to shoot some video content for my retainer client Bunshinden Tattoo Studio. They're opening up a shop in Osaka, and so we headed to Osaka for the week, shot a bunch of content that I was going to be using for the next month and a half, and overall just enjoying ourselves, having a pretty good time in Osaka. If you're new to the channel, essentially what I do for Bunshinden is I create videos that we post to YouTube every second week, and yeah, they're essentially a cinematic BTS breakdown of the Japanese tattoo artists, either their day-to-day or the projects that they're working on. There are 3 artists that I wanted to capture, but there's only one of me, and they're all working at the same time. So to make sure that I was getting enough footage and being able to create as much content as possible, I separated those into 2 different videos. First style of video, I was following Chris, documenting him throughout the few days that he was working, asking questions and essentially just shadowing him, while on the side, I was filming B-roll clips for the other 2 artists that I would use later, and then later in the day, once everyone's finished with work, I could set up a post interview with them and create a video with that. As a solo creator, you can't do everything, so if you're trying to capture multiple different videos at once, you really have to dedicate how you're going to create the videos before you go into the shooting process. I love creating long form video, but short form content is definitely highly valuable, especially clients, they love this. So while I'm shooting these horizontal videos, I just keep in mind that some of these clips, they're going to be repurposed for vertical footage later. And if I have a really cool clip, I just reshoot it vertically just so I can use that later. Going into these shoot days, a little bit of pre-planning goes a long way, and it always results in a more successful shoot day. I started using a gimbal for the first time as well, which was incredible, getting those smooth gliding shots, push in, push out shots. Definitely a game changer when it comes to this client work in particular. I made a video about some of my favorite content gear from the last couple of months, so you can go check that out if you want as well. Otherwise, this is gonna wrap up this video of creative projects in Japan. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.